Joining me now, visiting scholar at the Declaration of Independence Center for the Study of American Freedom, it's Dr. Saad. Dr. Saad, great to see you here today. Thank you for being with us. How do we explain, first, the attempt to create an all-new motivation manufactured out of thin air by some in the media, and at other times, complete denial of what is obviously staring us in our face, that this was political assassination from the left?
So two mechanisms. Number one, unfortunately, our capacity to reason did not evolve, evolutionarily speaking, to arrive at some objective truth, but rather to win arguments. So you'd like to think that we are all purveyors and processors of information in an objective manner. No, people simply want to be proven right. So the more information I give you that shows that your anchored position is incorrect, the more you become strengthened in the veracity of your position, which is a terrible thing for someone like me, because I'm in the business of trying to change people's mind when most people don't want to change their minds. The second thing I would say is something that I talk about in chapter 6 of the Parasitic Mind. I call it Ostrich Parasitic Syndrome. We know that the metaphor of the ostrich burying its head is an apt metaphor for someone who wants to deny reality. So if Islamic terrorists go in Paris and blow up 200 people while screaming Quranic verses and saying Allahu Akbar, Bill Nye, the science guy, will come out and say, this proves to you that it's due to climate change. So that's why it's ostrich parasitic syndrome, because their brains are parasitized. No amount of evidence can shift them from their tribal thinking.
Seems to me there might be a third element as well, and that is anything to achieve or force self-reflection, anything to avoid a long look in the mirror. And right now, all the evidence is pointing to the necessity of a long look in the mirror for the left over not just their policies, but their rhetoric, their tone, the temperature, and the way they treat disagreement in the United States. Because if you take that long look in the mirror, it's very hard not to come away with some culpability. You have created a climate that gives birth to Tyler Robinson, and there is a complete unwillingness to accept that potentiality, for example, on CNN.
Indeed. People are not very good in terms of being introspective. There is something in psychology called the self-serving bias, whereby you attribute successes internally. I did well on the exam because I'm smart, and you attribute failures externally. I did poorly on the exam because my professor is a jerk. Well, that's what the left is doing, right? It's hard to admit that maybe some of the tenets of your ideology are at play here, and so you look for external causes outside of yourself, outside of your ideology. These are all parts of the regrettable features of the architecture of the human mind. It's tragic, and especially tragic when such a gorgeous, beautiful gem of a person was erased from the earth simply because he had a position that someone disagreed with. It's grotesque.
All right. Appreciate you being with us here today, Dr. Saad.
Thank you.